Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Honda CRV EXL in Canyon River with a black interior. This model is all-wheel drive, and this is also the highest trim level you can get that's not a hybrid. Below this you have the EX and also the base model LX. In hybrid, you do have the Sport, which is below this and as far as equipment, and then you have the Sport L, which is technically the same exact thing as this, just hybrid, and then top of the line is your Sport Touring. So Honda give you some choices in the CRV. They favor the highest model with the hybrid, of course, but let's say you don't want a hybrid, you want fully loaded, this is the highest model you can go with. We're gonna start off with the front fascia. Canyon River is a nice color. I believe it replaced the Obsidian Blue. So you can see the flakes in there. It's a beautiful color. I believe this is a metallic as well. It's a little windy, so excuse if you hear any of that. We're gonna start off with the front fascia, full LED headlamps. So right now I have the low beams on. They're LED on the outside and they're reflectors. And the high beams is in the middle. Your turn signals is LED. Your daytime running lights is up here, which is also LED. Now the EXL will have this chrome piece cutting through the grille and the headlights, and on the Sport L, which is equivalent to this model, that'll be blacked out. Same thing with the wheels, that'll be blacked out mirror cast. Honda wanted the hybrids to be a little bit more sporty, non-hybrids to be a little bit more classy. You do have a gloss black grille with a huge Honda emblem up front that also houses your radar. Down below is flat black, and you have some sensors in the grille as well. Some bumper cutouts. No fog lights available on any of the CRVs. Honda no longer offer that, and I believe these things are bright enough they got rid of the fog lights, so I've heard. Not sure if that's true or not. Let's take a look at the side profile. From the previous generation, you know that this is CRV from looking at it. All the design cues is all the same, especially in the rear. The wheelbase is a little bit longer from the previous generation, but from 23, 24, and now 25, the design cues is all the same. The only thing that actually changed for 25 is you no longer have Lunar Silver Metallic. That's been replaced with Solar Silver. And the Honda Service Pass is 1 year, I think 12,000 miles, instead of 2 years, 24,000 miles. But we'll double check that when we take a look at the brochure. Let's take a look at the rims. They are 18s and the tires are 235 with a 60 wall. This one does have a protection package, so you have wheel locks, splash guards, and a cargo tray in the trunk. The flat black does come along, go above the wheel, and kind of go around the whole CRV. Looking around the windows, it is chrome all around there. If you go with hybrid, that will be black. And the side mirrors is body colored. Flat black down below, LED integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring is standard. And that's actually standard on all the levels besides LX. Go to LX, don't get blind spot. The pillars are flat black as well. And since we're here, let me show you guys a window sticker. Let me see if I can even get in there and show you guys. I may not, too much glare, but you can see a little bit. 25 CRV, 1.5 turbo, Canyon River blue. But when I go to the brochure, I will break down the pricing for you guys. Taking a look at the rear, just by looking at it, you know it's a CRV. You have the signature tail lights that climbs the rear pillar. Up above, you do have a shark fin style antenna, and it is body colored. The window spoiler is half flat black, half body colored, and you do have your brake light up here, third brake light up there, exposed wiper, all-wheel drive badge, and that's a old school heritage from the original CRV, which is cool. I think the first and second and maybe third gen, no, I think the first and second gen had the all-wheel drive sticker on the window like that. So it's cool that Honda brought that back. Honda emblem in chrome, you can get that blacked out. The tail lights are a combination, so brake lights are LED, reverse lights are LED, turn signals are traditional bulbs, and your license plate light, I believe, is LED as well, and it is. And CRV down below, that's in chrome. You can also black that out. No other badging, so it doesn't say EXL or anything on the back, but a dead giveaway that this is a EXL will be the rear bumper with the sensors in the bumper. The EX won't have the sensors, and then if you see a different style bumper, then it's probably a Sport L or a Sport Touring. So it's a dead giveaway. The lower portion of the bumper is all flat black with some reflectors in there. And because you get the 1.5, it is dual exhaust, even though in the hybrid has cutouts to look like it has dual exhaust, but the hybrids is single exhaust. There's no dual. The dual's on this, but they don't give you no exhaust finishers. If you're familiar with Honda's latest design with their keys, you're gonna be familiar with this guy. This is the newer key design that's lighter, it's more curvier, and smaller than the previous key. The EXO will give you lock, unlock, remote start. You hold, and you do have a power tailgate. And this is one reason why you probably want to go to an EXL instead of an EX, because the EX will be manual and LX will be manual as well. Hold that guy, close that back. You do have a panic button on here as well, and then you do have a button right here to take out the emergency key fob. There is a number 2 on the key because you do have memory seats. We'll explain that in a minute. You do have smart entry, so you tap these lines right here, lock the door, put your hand in there, it'll unlock the door. And that's only for the driver and passenger door for the smart entry. If you put your hand in the passenger door, it will unlock all 4 doors. But you can change it in the settings to have the driver door unlock all 4 doors as well. But by default, it's only the driver door. Let's take a look at the door card up top, soft touch. You have this piano black finish right here on the EXL. And this is soft touch as well. Soft touch where you rest your elbow. All 4 windows are auto up down, which is a nice feature to have. The previous CRV didn't have that. Power lock, power mirrors. I love the styling of the door handle and your 2-position memory seats, which is only on the driver door. And you have some additional storage in there with a little bottle holder as well. This one is the black interior. You can also get the EXL with a gray interior as well if you don't like the black. But the black is not too dark. If you see it in person, it's almost charcoal. Honda says black, but more charcoal in my opinion. Now the driver's seat is a 10-way power adjustment. So you have forward, you have back, you have up, you have down. You can tilt this portion right here, up and down. A lot of people get that one confused. You have forward and back for the back, and then you have 2-position, not 2-position, but 2 power lumbar, so in and out. On the passenger seat is a 4-way power adjustment. So you have forward, you have back, and then you have your back, forward and back, and there's no up and down adjustment. Let's jump into the interior of the EXL. Good step in. You don't have to climb into it. You don't have to drop down into it either. Close this guy up, and then you're gonna have welcome to your Honda. But I'm gonna hurry up and turn this guy on before I start melting because it's a very muggy, humid day today. So definitely need the AC cranking. The Civic started having this vent design where it's just like one piece going across. A lot of people like it. The EXL will give you piano black around the vents. I think the EX and LX is just flat black. And the whole thing is not a vent, of course. You can see where it's a vent and where it's not a vent. But on the left side of the steering wheel, you do have your open and close for your trunk. You have to hold the button to open and close. Traction control on and off, blank buttons. You have one air vent over here you can control, and then you can close it as well. Feels very premium to the hand. And down below, you do have your lever there to pop open the hood. And then gas and brake pedals are traditional. The steering wheel is leather wrapped, and look like you have like white, kind of like grayish, whitish stitching, and more piano black on the inside of the steering wheel. But this piece right here, it kind of looks like the door handle. It might be your driver cluster here is gonna be the half digital, half analog cluster. Honda's been using this for a while. The full digital cluster is just not available in the CRV. I'm assuming for the next generation or maybe refresh. But the right one is always going to be analog speedometer. The middle is a digital speedometer. And on the left is customizable. So on the steering wheel here, you do have some controls. Next track, previous, your volume. You have a home button that controls that digital screen up there. You have a scroll wheel that also controls that guy. And you have voice command. If you hold it, it'll be Siri with Apple. Not sure with Android if it'll be Google Assistant. On the left stalk back here, you have your light control. You have off, auto, parking, and on, and you do have auto high beams, which is a nice feature. If someone is coming, it will automatically turn off the high beam. If you get behind someone, it will automatically turn off the high beam as well. On the right side, you have some of your cruise and your Honda sensing features. So you have cruise on and off. You have cancel, resume set, adaptive cruise control. So you have 4 different distances, and your lane keep assist on and off as well. And for your wipers, you do have off, low, intermediate. I said that backwards. You have off, intermediate, low, and high for the front wipers. If you want automatic wipers, you have to get a Sport Touring, which means you have to get a hybrid. For the rear wiper, you have off, intermediate, and on, and washer. We're gonna go back and hit the home button and show you guys the different options you have in the screen. So you have range and fuel. You have audio, which you're listening to, phone, so speed dials, recent calls, you can make a quick call, audio waking up the drive, all-wheel drive torque distribution, so you can pay attention to see which wheel is gaining more power or powering the vehicle, who have the seat belts on, oil life. Safety support will have most of your safety features, so road departure mitigation, your blind spot monitoring. You do have low speed braking control, which is not on the EX. Parking sensor is also not available on the EX standard. I believe you can add it as an option, but it's not available standard. You have collision mitigation braking system as well. And then you can have nothing, no content, brightness, gauge display, so you can remove certain apps that you don't want to. Why is that one removed? But you can remove different apps that you don't want on there. Why is navigation not on there either? Is that a default thing? Or somebody turn that off? Not too sure. But you have warning, and then back to range and fuel. I just want to make sure. Okay, so navigation is back on there. Those were interesting that those were off. Let's take a look at your touchscreen display. So this is the 9-inch touchscreen display that you only can get in the Sport L, the Sport Touring, and this EXL. So if you get an EX or an LX, which are the models below this one, you will get a smaller 7-inch display, and it's more buttons and knobs. It will still be a touchscreen, but it won't be as big as this guy. This takes up much more real estate than the 7-inch, but you do have physical buttons over here: home, back, volume, power for your audio, next track, previous. Everything else is on the screen. So you have phone, FM, Bluetooth. Smartphone connection is going to be Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and it is wireless on the EXL. If you get an EX or an LX, it'll be wired. It's also wired on here too, but you can use either wireless or wired. It's up to you. Sport L and Sport Touring also will be wireless. XM radio. You do have a trip computer, USB, and then you have your general settings, vehicle settings. That will go through here. And you can save these settings per key. So right now I'm under driver 2 settings, and let's say if I go to door, which is right here, you have auto unlock, auto lock, walk away, auto lock. You can turn that on and off, which is a cool feature. If you walk away with your keys and you don't lock your CRV, it'll lock automatically. And then you have AM tucked away back here, compass, Honda Link, clock, smart shortcut. One thing the Sport Touring will have, which is the fully loaded model, is it'll have Honda Link remote. Anything below the Sport Touring will have either basic or Link. It won't get the remote. I'm gonna make a separate video on Honda Link, so if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, you can be familiar pretty much. And then you have smart shortcuts and then display mode. Right below you do have your climate controls, which is easy to use, super simple. Everyone is leaning towards moving this to the screen. Honda's still traditional, so you get buttons and knobs. You do get 3 different levels of heating seating for the driver and passenger. You do have dual zone climate control, so driver and passenger can have 2 different temperatures. You have auto, air circulation modes, front defrost, rear defrost with heated side mirrors on and off for the whole system, or turn for the fan speed, AC on and off, and sync. So if you turn off sync, you can split the zone. So if this person could be at 63 degrees, you can stay at low, or you hit sync on, you control both sides. Below that, you do have 2 different plugins. So you do have USB-A and USB-C. If you want to use wired Apple CarPlay Android Auto, it'll have to be the A. The C is just for charging. They still give you a power outlet as well. Wireless phone charger, also standard on the EXL that you don't get on the EX, and it's a big cubby that they have down here from the previous generation. The shifter is leather wrap, matching the steering wheel. And you do have park, reverse, neutral drive. You do have an S mode and low. S mode will give you better acceleration. Low mode will use a lot more engine braking going up or down the hill. You have your drive modes here as a toggle, and you see you have normal, econ, and snow. Below that, you have your engine idle stop on and off switch. Well, yeah, technically it is on and off. If you don't like the feature where you come to a stop and the engine temporarily turn off, you can push that button to turn it off. If you turn off the CRV and then turn it back on, it's gonna always default to being on. So you have to turn that off every time. Down here, cruise control, you have your electronic parking brake and brake hold, which will hold your brake while you're in drive. So if you're holding the brakes and you're in drive and you turn this feature on, you can take your foot off the brake, car won't go anywhere. It's a cool feature, especially at drive-throughs, dropping someone off, ATM, things like that. Standard size cup holders as well. Storage right here. Soft touch on, very soft touch on the armrest, single stitch as well. And you do have a little coin chain storage thing here, and no plugins in there at all, just a carpet. That's it, just like a mat in there. Taking a look at the glove box, it is lockable and it is damp, but it's not lined with felt, but it's a bin style, so very nice. And above your touchscreen display, you will have an auto dimming rear view mirror, but HomeLink is not standard. You have to add it as an accessory. So when you do add HomeLink as an accessory, you get a more thinner framed rear view mirror that's also auto dimming as well. Previously, it was standard to have HomeLink, but now it's an accessory. Above that, you do have your LED lighting throughout the whole cabin as well. And you have your moonroof control, which EX and above will give you the standard moonroof. There's no panoramic moonroof available on the CRV. but you can open it, you can just have it closed, or you can have it ventilate as well. Super nice, but you have to manually close back the shade. The headliner, you can see it is gray up there. And let's take a look at the visor here. And you do have a light with a glass. And over here, let's see, same thing for your passenger as well. So we're gonna jump out of here and let's take a look at the rear seat to see what's going on back there. So let me hit unlock. So yeah, it went from being a sunny day to I'm about to get rained on. New Mexico weather is crazy. So rear doors open super wide, almost 90 degrees. And this door card here, hard touch, more of that piano black back here. Hard touch there, soft touch here, but not as soft as the front. You do get a tweeter in the door, you get a speaker, and I love the door handle, so same thing as the door handle up front, window switch, and you do have storage down there, cup holder, additional storage, speaker as well. So taking a look at the rear seats, so you can already see that this rear seat is reclined already. Let me take off the seat belt so I can show you guys what's new. I mean, it started in the 23, so when we went to the generation, but you have about 8 different adjustments for the rear seat. So you can have it straight up like this, or you can just put it exactly how you want it. There's multiple different levels, and you can have it lean all the way back so you can lounge back here too, which is really nice for like road trips for your rear passengers, things like that. Let's jump in here, and I'm gonna close the door. Now behind the driver, there's no mat pocket at all. Behind the passenger, you have one mat pocket. You do have air vents, and they're closed. Let's turn them on. They try to know me back here. What's going on? So you do have air vents back here and 2 USB-Cs, and that's pretty much it. And then you have your armrest here in the middle with 2 cup holders, soft touch. I love the design. It's perforated just like the front seats as well. And I love the easy access car seats that you have in the CRVs now, the little tethers, which is super nice. You do have lighting up here that is LED as well. Take another look at the cockpit. It's a nice place to be, especially in the EXL. The EXL does have a nice interior. It's not too over styled. It's really simple. You have your touchscreen display, you have your controls, all your buttons, regular shifter. It's super easy to operate. You don't gotta teach yourself. So I'm gonna get out of here. And oh, here comes the wind. Super windy. So like I told you guys, you do have a power tailgate. If you want the hands-free tailgate to kick underneath the bumper, open and close, you have to get a Sport Touring. But the height is adjustable, which is nice. You have a wide opening and a low load floor as well. And because this is not the hybrid, this is the traditional 1.5 turbo 4-cylinder motor, since this model is not a hybrid, you do get a spare tire, which is really important because the hybrid, you don't get a spare tire that's not available. So you can see it's not a donut, but it's not a full size either. There's actually a 155/90/17, and you do have your jack and your tools as well too, and you get a funnel because of the capless fuel filler. This floor also can come up to this ledge right here, so it can be more flush with the seats. Let's see if I can do this with one hand, and did one hand, look at that. So you can see this flush with the seats. Now the problem with the rear seats is Honda got rid of the little handle you used to be able to pull to drop the seats down. You have to drop the seats from the seat itself. Drop that guy down, and then grab this one. Okay, seats are both folded, but there is a hump now with the rear seats down. On the previous CRV, there wasn't a hump like this. So if you're planning on sleeping back here, keep that in mind. I don't know if I can give you guys an idea, but yeah, see, there's a hump back there. But with the floor up, it can be flush with the seat, or you can pull it back down like that. It drops down, and it gives you like another 2 or 3 inches of height, which is really nice. Storage on the sides as well. You have a 12-volt power outlet back here, LED lighting as well. The cargo cover used to be standard on the previous CRV. If you got the EXL, that's also an accessory as well, so keep that in mind. Grocery hooks you got back here as well. Overall though, very roomy, plenty of space. You're gonna be able to put all types of things back here. All right, so we made it to the 2025 Honda CRV trim walk, and you can see all the trim levels here. Now, the EXL is an upgrade from the EX. The EX is an upgrade from the LX. So the EX is going to have everything the LX have, plus everything the EX adds. and then this list of right here. If you want a hybrid version of the EXL, you have the Sport L. Feature-wise, they're really similar. They're almost the same thing, except for we have all the hybrid stuff and the hybrid looks as well. So on the EXL, you're gonna get auto-dimming rear view mirror that the EX don't give you, leather wrap steering wheel and shift knob, leather trim seats. You have the two driver's seat with 2-position memory, 4-way power front passenger seat. Get the bigger 9-inch color touchscreen display with customizable settings and smart shortcuts, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. You get a better sound system than the EX, so it's an 8-speaker, 320-watt sound system, SiriusXM, HD radio, wireless phone charger, front and rear parking sensors, power tailgate with programmable height, and low-speed braking control. Those are the things, though, I think is why you go up to an EXL instead of the EX. Now, here's the lineup here. We're going to go build, like I said, an EXL. See how the EXL is above the Sport, but below the Sport L. These two, equipment-wise, very similar. So let's go build this guy out. You have a 2-wheel drive option, which will give you 28 city, 34 highway, 30 combined. And if you look at the all-wheel drive, you got 26 city, 31 highway, 28 combined. So you save some gas mileage on on 2-wheel drive, but it's not that much, for, what is it, like 1,500 or something like that more? Yeah, 1,500 more. You can still get good gas mileage. So we're going to click on the all-wheel drive, look at the colors. So Canyon River Blue Metallic is what we did. Only comes with black leather interior. You have Crystal Black Pearl, which give you 2 options of interior colors. You can get black leather, or you can get the gray leather. And see how it's full gray? It's so weird on the Sport Touring. If you get a gray interior, this right here is black, and the middle is gray. And then on the EX, same thing. It's black on the inside, middle is gray. Only the EXL get fully gray. It's weird. It's interesting. You have meteorite gray metallic, which you can choose between gray or black on the interior. You do have solar silver metallic, which is a different silver. The CRV usually come in lunar silver, which I think is darker silver than this silver. But if you get the solar silver, black interior, and that is a new color. I think it's a new color for 25 as well. Platinum white pearl. You do have 2 interior colors as well, and that's going to be black on gray. Pretty much the 2 colors you can get, black or gray. Now, if you go with platinum white pearl, you do have an upcharge in the color, which is $455. Radiant red metallic is also $455 for an upcharge, but it only comes in gray interior. So there's a little algorithm based on the exterior color. Steel Night Pearl is an upcharge, $455, only comes with black interior. And the very popular Urban Gray Pearl also only come in black interior. I mean, to be honest, white is probably the #1 color out of this whole palette. What people hear once in New Mexico. The Urban Gray Pearl is just the new in color as well. So let's take a look at some wheels. You can add some 18 black alloys, which are nice, or the HBD bronze, but I like the black better. Yeah, I'll probably go with the black. The stock was okay. They're nothing crazy, but Honda tried to leave all the cool styling for hybrids standard. So packages, we have all season protection package 2, HPD package, almost as HDMI, HPD package, and this will give you pretty much, you see this little, that's cool that they give you the hybrid bumper piece right here, but you get this little lip looking thing here, little garnish right here under the rocker panel, and you get the HPD sticker on the quarter panel, and I think you get an HPD sticker in the back. And I think they get, what else you get? Do you get the spoiler as well too? Fender flares. How I missed that? Fender flares, lower door trim accent, front lower bumper trim, HPD. Oh, and the tailgate spoiler as well. So if you want your CRV just look a little bit different than all the CRVs out there, throw in the HPD package and your protection package and utility package. You can also change the look a little bit. It give you roof rails. One thing the hybrids come standard is roof rails. So this will give you roof rails. Oh, and crossbars. And the running board, and what else? Seat back protectors and a trailer hinge. So this is actually a nice package. You get a lot of goodies with this. This is for someone that's very outdoorsy, that's gonna have a bike hitch in the back, or you're gonna have a box on the roof or something like that. That's actually pretty cool. I did actually made a short on that utility package. I had a customer that added that to their Sport Touring. Let's take a look at accessories, and then here, let's go to electronics, engine block heater, which is expected. You do have all-season floor mats you can add because it comes with the carpet mats. You do have automatic dimming mirror with home link. So if you want home link, you have to add this guy because you get a standard auto dimming like I mentioned in the video. But if you want the home link, which is built-in garage openers, you have to get a new mirror and see how it's a more thinner display with the garage openers on there. Standard doesn't have that, which is interesting. Cargo cover too. You have to add that if you want that as an accessory. It's not standard no more. But you have the cargo net, cargo tray. You can add a heated steering wheel to your EXL, so that's cool. Sport Touring has that standard. Illuminated door sill, which is cool. Seat back protectors, rear patch, and window shade. So a few goodies you can add on the interior. Exterior is gonna be your basic goodies. So like bike mount, body side molding, crossbars, things of that nature. HPD stickers. You can black out the emblems, like I was saying, fender emblems, fender flares. You can really dress up your CRV to how you want it to be look a little bit more unique than CRVs that's on the road. You're mostly going to see a standard looking CRV. When you drive past one on the road, you can add a tent if you wanted to, which is cool. Let's jump in and show you guys some basic pricing. So, oh, why is the utility package on there? Hold on, let me get rid of that. We do not need that. So you're looking at 36,500, which is the base price. Why is it urban gray? What am I doing? Let's go back to Canyon River because you save some money there. All right, so 36,500 base price. No premium charge for Canyon River, and your destination handling is 1350. MSRP is 37,850. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, it'll probably go up. But as of right now, I made this video in July. Yeah, well, no, I recorded in June, but this video is going up in July. So that's the current MSRP right now in July as well. So I will end everything here. I appreciate you for tuning in. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about the CRV, what you think about the EXL, what you think about the color. You know, would you get a hybrid only? Would you get the gas model? This is a very important trim level because pretty soon you probably can't get a gas only CRV. It's probably going to be hybrid only. So if you need something, you know, with a lot of equipment and you want gas only, this is the model to go. If you need the Bose and the navigation and, you know, all this good stuff, get the hybrid Sport Touring. But let me know what you think about it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next walk around.